Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Pluribus Diaries. I'm Annie.
I'm Jen.
And boy, oh boy, do we have a show for you guys today.
Oh.
I don't even know how to say this, so I'm just going to say it. We got the fabulous Rhea Seehorn on the pod.
Yes, we did!
She was so gracious with her time, sat down with us for, almost an hour and just chatted with us about all kinds of stuff. Not just Pluribus, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It was absolutely a delight, Jen. I had so much fun talking to her.
It was so great.
Amazing. And just so you guys know, because when you are hearing this, episode 8 will have already happened, but we have not seen episode 8 as of this recording. So we talked with Rhea with all the episodes up through 7. So just so people are aware. Mm-hmm. And also one more thing I wanted to bring up. There was some little chitty chatty we were having at the beginning that happened before we actually officially started the pod. But she was so funny and had some really interesting things to say that we wanted to share it with you. So it's going to kind of just start with our talk. We are discussing... I have to name drop a mutual friend, Alex Borstein, of mine and Ray's, and that's who we're talking about when this conversation starts. So just so you guys are aware. And Jen, do you have anything else to add before we let it roll?
I mean, I don't. I still can't believe this happened, and it'll take me some time for it to actually sink in. So it was an amazing experience, and I hope the listeners enjoy it as much as I did.
All right, guys. Enjoy Rhea. Wait, how did you guys meet again? You met on a pilot, right?
We did, and I cannot remember which one. I think Alex and I, I think that was not a burp, it was a hiccup. Alex and I have worked, I think we've worked together 3 times, but I could be wrong. We definitely have worked together 2 times, and I think the first one was an iteration of In the Thick of It, also In the Loop, which 15 years later became Veep.
Oh, wow.
So we did a pilot.
Which you were then on, so that's kind of like full circle.
Isn't that crazy? It was very weird.
That's wild.
We did the first American iteration of Armand Iannucci's piece, and it was going to have, and Mitchell Hurwitz was writing it, and Christopher Guest directing it. So there was, it was a wonderful cast. Alex was in that, and so was I. I think, I got to look this up before you can quote me. Then we later were definitely on together a pilot called Eva Adams that I absolutely loved as well. These are both pilots that I just adored. And we may have had a couple. I mean, she does such great voiceover work everywhere. I feel like we overlapped on some voiceover projects too. But
well, and you were on an episode of Family Guy, right? The irony is that, we probably passed in the hallway and would never have known it because...
so funny, right?
Yeah. I was looking it up the other day because I was like, okay, wait, I got to find the one that she's in. And you just had like one line. And it was really, really funny. It was... I looked it up on the script. I don't know if you remember this, but it said butch looking woman. That was the name of your character.
I want you to know that I have apparently nailed many auditions for... butch sounding woman, out of control lesbian softball mom. There's a lot of amazing. I feel like, so it must have been American Dad that I did quite a few different, like 5 lines, 1 line, 7 lines, whatever on whatever. But
well,
they were all shouting masculine sounding people.
That's hilarious.
Or teenage boys. That's the other thing I play well.
Oh, really?
Not because I have a voice for it. I have a couple of like variations of my voice, but I'm not that person that has like the like 70 character voices in your back pocket. I can't even do close to what like Alex Borstein does. And for any of your listeners, that's the lovely woman we're talking about. But it's just that I never realized that a lower register woman is a better option to play a teenage boy if you expect the show to go for a while.
Oh, right.
My voice isn't going to change.
Teenage boys. Yeah.
Right. Your voice is your voice. Yeah.
Oh, my
Fair
goodness.
enough. That makes sense.
There you go. There you go.
Well, let's get started, shall we?
Okay, cool.
Hello, Ray Seehorn. I can't believe I get to say that. And welcome to the pod. Thanks so much for being here.
Hey, you guys. Thank you for having me.
First of all, okay, congrats on your Golden Globe nomination. Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Well-deserved and overdue.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know about the latter, but thank you.
And also, I mean, my God, Pluribus is the most watched show on Apple TV ever. That's insane. Like that's more than Severance. That's more than what, Ted Lasso. Like, how do you even process that?
I don't know what that means. Like and by the way, I shouldn't have just said, not the letter, it was the former as well. I don't know if it's well-deserved either, but,
it absolutely is.
Thank you. I honestly, I don't know how to process, I remember when like it was 7 years ago, a month ago, barely 2 months ago, whatever, when the show came out, and apparently Apple crashed at like 12:01 or something.
Were you watching? Did it crash for you?
No, I was in London doing a press junket there, and due to timelines, it's coming out even sooner there.
Right.
And all of a sudden I was told that I was getting texts like, are you aware that like the whole site's crashing? My friends were like, you broke Apple, with heart emojis after it. Right.
That's what we said. We were like, it was the power of Vince Gilligan and Ray Seehorn. It just took Apple right down. Yep.
It's the truth. It's just what happened.
I don't know. I don't know how to process that, because it's also, I love, and I'm not saying this because I'm on an Apple show, I love so many Apple shows that I'm just like, I love Shrinking. I love Stick. I'm obsessed with Severance, Silo, Slow Horses, so I would never in a million years say that us being the most watched show makes us better than them. The part I take away from it is, you could be doing the best work of your life and no one's watching. And there's 500 shows on television at any time. And so if we're getting that many eyeballs on us for a show that everybody put their blood, sweat, and tears into, I'm over the moon just to have that chance. And Apple and Sony, they've been so supportive of us and the publicity. It's really hard. I mean, I suppose we're not that cry about our big conglomerate owners, in this case, not the conglomerate, just the Apple, but I'm just like, how in the hell do you get anyone's attention right now?
It's amazing.
It's crazy.
When you're so busy.
I thank all of them for their support.
Yeah.
I'm so busy.
Yeah, you're very busy. We see you out and about and you're very busy.
We're not stalking you.
I don't know. It's fine. Stalk away. And by the way, I have 28 posts of other things I was at. Like, I'm so bad. Are you guys good at social media?
Annie is. Annie's the pro.
Yeah. I try to be. I'm on the pulse. I got my finger on the pulse a little bit. Yeah.
Wow.
You do your own socials, right? Like, I feel like you're doing your own. Yeah.
I think it's pretty apparent when you look at how shitty it is, but yeah.
You know what? I love that you brought that up, because that's literally one of our favorite things about you. And when I say I just mean all the people
shitty
on Twitter.
It's just
social media posts.
I've seen a few comments about one of the greatest gifts to the world is Ray Seehorn, when she's just speaking to us off the top of her head, just giving it to us.
Yeah, I'm not very slick. And I get so nervous about which photos to post. Of course I care about okay, let's not post the ugliest one of me, but that's barely the tip of the iceberg of what's making me a nervous wreck. It's which post with which one shows the dress the best that some lovely person lent me, and but they wanted the clutch to be it, and they wanted the jewelry to be. And
oh my god!
None of these people are being mean to me. I just want to be thankful.
Stressful.
And then but I also want to thank my hair and makeup people. And now it's like, well, who's in the picture? But then you're going to tag these people, and then I know what their names are, or I know the company's name, but that doesn't mean I know their Instagram name. So it's like, and then it's like, I didn't know there was an underscore, and now I fucked it up, and I already posted it, and this fake designer account now is taking all the credit for these shoes, and it's not them. And then the caption itself, should I be witty? Should I be So 9 weeks after the event, when no one gives a shit,
I promise that we all do,
that
Ray.
the Emmys have just happened. I'm posting photos of like, guys, the 2020 Emmys were so fun.
We would take it. We would take it at any time. Happily.
Thank you. So yeah, every now and then I just post like, what's up? I'm doing a crossword puzzle and I didn't shower today. And then that'll get like a gazillion likes. And I'm like, okay, maybe I should just do that.
Yeah, we love that. For the record, we love that. Those are the best ones.
As a focus group of 2, we love that. So
thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. We hear that you're a huge X-Files fan, and we come from another podcast, X-Files. Yes. Will you indulge us? And what is your favorite episode? We got to know.
Okay, here's what we can't do. Here's what just happened in some of the press I'm doing. I can't even tell you my favorite Better Call Saul episode. I am one of those people who loves and watches so much TV and so many movies. Can't quote them. Can't tell you what episodes what. Don't know.
Does it just leak out your brain?
Yeah, I have nothing. Just a sieve, I guess.
Well, can you describe it? Like, describe what episode you liked, and we can name it for you, because we do retain X-Files information.
I can't. Because in my head, I love all of them. I'm like, what about when she's like walking down the hall, and then he's like, what? And she's like, what? And then they're like, hey. And she's like, I don't even think so. And he's like, I don't think you get it. And then there's some weird person, and there's an alien. That's my favorite episode.
Fair.
You know, it sounds like I don't watch the show, but I do watch the show.
That's actually, I mean, you actually really demonstrated that you do, because that was pretty on the nail. You hit the nail on the head.
I watch it and I'm like, I love the chemistry between them. I love the push-pull. Yes. I also love like the twists in the stories. I love the Twilight Zone-ish version, part of it that's like making you think about real life. So I'm like, oh, what about that episode that made me really like dive deep on vanity, or what about that episode that made me really dive deep on X, Y, or Z? And then I got nothing with the episodes. I'm the worst.
That's fine.
It's
forgivable. It's forgivable.
Vince and I just did some podcast that had trivia questions, and they were like, okay, you have to name who said this line. And
oh God.
By the way, it's already gone. That's how much of a sieve
I remember. I remember, Ray. Did
you see it?
I did see it.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
I will tell you, because it's my favorite episode. It was from Fun and Games, which is the episode where you and Jimmy break up, and the line was, "You would pull the plug on the scam, and I didn't want that because blank," and it's truly iconic. Still, can you still not remember it?
Because I enjoyed it. Because you were having
so much fun. Yes.
Because I was having so much fun. That's what it was.
Yes.
So
Good job, Annie.
And just so you know, Jen, it was my line.
Yeah. It's okay. You got to make room for the new lines. There's always new lines to fit in there. That's understandable.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know.
Look, the fact that you're an X-Files fan is enough for us. We love that.
So we've got X-Files Diaries on the side, as well as Pluribus Diaries. So
I know.
Our X-Files Diaries fans are going to be delighted to hear that you're a fan as well.
They're not going to be delighted with my answer to that question, but
yes, no, they actually will be really delighted with it, I think.
You know, the episode I need to go back now that I am, and I'm going to say this sentence and pinch myself. Now that I'm friends with Carol Burnett, she was telling me the other day that her daughter has an episode that Vince directed.
Yes, it's called Monday.
Okay, so I need to go back and see that.
Yeah. It's a brilliant episode, and she does a brilliant job in it.
Oh, I love how that everything just sort of merged there. That was beautiful.
That was great, wasn't it? The way that worked out. Yeah.
I also want to go back and watch, because I don't readily recall Bryan Cranston's episode, which a lot of people think Vince like saw him from, Malcolm in the Middle, and they're like, isn't that crazy? Now it's awesome that he and Bialy Thomas casting don't pigeonhole people in sitcoms, and Vince wouldn't have cared that he was from Malcolm in the Middle, but that's not why you remembered him. You remembered him from an episode of X-Files.
Yeah.
Like a decade later. It was like, that's who should be Walter White.
Amazing.
So great. And I mean, he was right.
He was. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. And he was greater than that X-Files episode too.
Okay, so I got to go find that one too. So okay, so Carol's daughter's one is called Monday.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what's Brian's called?
It's called Drive.
We'll hook you up. Ray, I'm going to hook you up with a list of episodes that you need to go back.
You got to hook up? Okay, great.
Yeah, we'll give you we'll give you season and episode numbers.
I'll write down all the Vince episodes so that you can, speak intelligently with him about all of his amazing X-Files episodes.
Just drop little tidbits next time you're talking to him.
Right.
Love it.
Right. Yeah, I just come back with like serious hardcore X-Files trivia.
Yeah, he might be like, wait, who are you and what have you done with Ray? That's a little scary.
Because he does know, like, I don't remember anything. I don't know what happened yesterday. I just like,
But he remembers? Does he have a pretty good memory when it comes to that?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Memory. And I don't know that he can quote movies. He probably can. I mean, but he and Peter Gould have like encyclopedic knowledge of television and film that they've seen. They're like describing shots and exactly what was going on and this, that, and the other. Maybe the writing is maybe quoting as well. As writers, they might be doing that. I don't know. I'm the worst. Like in college when everybody was like they could do an entire Monty Python sketch. Just quoting it. I never could. I don't know.
That's okay. You remember your lines when you got to remember them. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
That's thanks.
We're happy with it.
Let's talk a little bit about Carol because we love Carol.
Yeah,
just
Carol
so you know.
Sturka as well as Carol Burnett. But yeah,
it goes
Carol
without
Sturka
saying
in this case.
Yes, Carol Sturka. You are obviously no stranger to helping make iconic characters. I mean, Kim Wexler, of course. I have to show you this too. My tattoo is Kim's earrings. I don't know if you can see that.
Wow. Wait, hold on. I want to take a picture of this. Oh no, I had to turn the phone off. It was interfering. Will you send me a picture?
Yes, of course.
I can't do it. I'm afraid the phone's gonna mess us up. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
I gotta tell Jennifer Bryan.
Yeah, I'll send it to you for sure. But anyway, all of that to say, we know that you actually have like brought a lot to that character. You had a lot of input. You had a lot of insight into creating that character. And I'm assuming that you had the same for Carol. But it's funny, when Jen and I were starting this show, we were both concerned about coming into the show because we love Kim so much that we weren't going to be able to separate you, Ray, from Kim. And we are happy to report that not once, other than the part where you're lighting Helen's cigarette, how dare you, first of all, how dare you? We didn't think about Kim at all. And I mean, I am saying this to you because I think that might be something that would be important for you to hear. We were just too busy falling in love with this brand new character that you were created. So
that's awesome. Plus, she's in Albuquerque. Vince was concerned about that, It's it's Albuquerque, right?
But my question is, how did you approach this character, and like, how did you differentiate her from Kim and sort of take ownership of Carol?
Thank you for all of that. I would want to comment for a moment about you saying like I contributed and was a huge part of creating Kim, but you said a couple of phrases that I just want to make sure I give credit to my writers and my directors.
Oh, absolutely.
It is very collaborative, but not in the way of like, I never stepped in and said like, here's what I think she would say. I don't, there were no line changes. You do not, on Saul, you do not add well or
Right.
It is who the word.
Yeah. Like you had in your head, you knew this character so well that like you've said in interviews before that you sort of created backstory for her that then kind of bore out as the show continued. That like,
yeah. Well, what that though, it's deductive, right? So I'm there and I'm in the like, let's say the pilot, and I think I say we got it, Brenda, or something. I say something in the intercom when he's coming up to do his Ned Beatty speech, and then the only other thing is down in the parking garage, and it's Bob and I, Jimmy and Kim, and it is one sentence. Couldn't you just, I can't. He does the first half, I do the second half. In the script, it says, I'm in the parking garage smoking. Jimmy comes out, and it says he takes the cigarette out of my mouth, puts it in his mouth, says, couldn't you just, or I don't know where the smoking or the speaking happened, takes the cigarette out of my mouth, puts it in his mouth, puts it back in my mouth. It does not say anywhere that I flinch. I don't say, fuck you. I don't say that's disgusting. I don't spit it out. So I was like, wow, that's it doesn't have to be romantic, but that's a very intimate relationship in some way, right? It also feels very, very lived in that somebody would do that. He says, couldn't you just, which in the context of the pilot meant like, help me, say something up there, be on my side. I say, I can't. So in my head, I thought, oh, they seem to know each other really well, so well that I can finish his sentences, which means this argument has come up before also. And it seems to be the demarcation is do not affect my work, do not affect my professionalism. That is my boundary. And then it says she walks away from him to go back to the elevator and writes the trash can that he has kicked down without even looking and gets in the elevator. And I thought, okay, so he keeps kicking this trash can. He keeps showing up here. I already know it's there. And then I started going like, all right, who is attracted to, who has sympathy, if not attraction to people that keep getting in their own way and are destructive to themselves? You can't help yourself but clean up their messes, but you keep trying to make boundaries and you're hanging on to those last frontiers of boundaries that you have. And in my head, I was just like, she's probably raised by an addict. I never told them.
Yeah.
And 5 seasons later, they did a flashback with an alcoholic mom. So some things, yes, bore out, but I don't go tell them this is what I'm thinking and they incorporate it into the character.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Very
that's
cool.
But that's cool. I mean, I think that's still, it's interesting too, because Vince really does this thing where he allows you to draw those conclusions. Like there are so many things that he does on his shows that are these tiny little moments. And we talk about this a lot when we talk about the X-Files episodes that he's done. Tiny little moments that say so much, but you have to do the work. You as the actor has to do the work, but the audience also has to do the work to kind of formulate that sort of story. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really interesting. There's like something that
it's very interesting. It's also like it's quite a gift, and it's a bit of a trust exercise that I wish people did more. I'm sure it's scary to say like, oh, I wonder if I can assume the intelligence of my audience, but also allow my performer to just perform and writer to trust their work. And sometimes the writing means not putting in all the dialogue. And with people like David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson, Bryan Cranston, Jonathan Banks, Giancarlo, Michael McKean, Bob, I somehow was allowed to join the circus. This idea that Patrick Fabian, so this and Michael Mando, all of them.
We love them all, Ray.
We do. This idea that you could advance story through character, not just plot, and do it through often a task, but sometimes not. Sometimes just a meditative exercise, and allow the actor or actress to bring the audience in and take them on that journey. It's really not trusted much. You're afraid that the audience won't get it. They can't follow it. They will think nothing's happening. And I have to give credit to AMC as well as now Apple, because I've done some of these pauses before in the past, and I've had showrunners that love them and directors that love them, and they get cut because it's not, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening.
Which is,
you know what I'm saying?
That's so frustrating to hear. You hear it sometimes. And a lot of the time I just think this is just a different kind of storytelling, and it's not, I guess it's not for everyone, but this is one of the things we love about Vince Gilligan, is that he really gives, he does assume the audience's intelligence. He gives these moments time to breathe and let you live in that world. And I feel like when you're doing that, you're interacting with the media in a deeper, more meaningful way. And so I think this is one of the things that I love so much, and Jen loves, I know, so much about Carol, is that he's giving you all of this room. And like you said, the Apple TV, AMC, those they're letting you do that as well. There's a moment, this is interesting too. I was going to see what you had to say about this. There's a moment in episode 2 where it's you've woken up, you're hungover. I should say Carol is, but you know. And there's a shot of her.
I try to not be hungover when I'm working. Thank you.
Right. Good for you.
Thank you. It's really a line in the sand I've drawn.
Such a pro.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Sadly, that's not everybody's line. You know,
right. But anyway, there's a shot where you're laying on the ground. Carol has she's holding a phone and an address book, which to me tells me she's been up all night calling everyone she knows, trying to find out.
Got that.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I'm so happy to hear you. Okay. Because I heard so many people say, why isn't calling anyone? Why does she not care about anyone in her life? And I'm like, you guys, all the answers are there. As Scully would say, you just have to know where to look, right?
Yeah.
There you have it. There you have it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I talked to Vince. I think he wouldn't mind me saying this. I went to, he said, like the cell phone service is down. So a lot of people are like, what's up with the landlines? Why doesn't she, I heard somebody else like, why doesn't she Google what to do about it? I was like, you can't. There's no internet anymore because they're
not listening.
They're using all signals. They've cut down cell phone service. And I don't know where your listeners are in the series, but there's a reason that they are taking all of the internet service to themselves, and including cellular service. But I mean, at least I think. I actually literally don't know because I don't have season 2, but they talk about a radio signal within the series. And then the guy in the pilot, Peter Bergman, says you can't use cells anymore. So I took that to mean like, okay, well, so that's not possible. We already know she broke Helen's phone. I was like, but doesn't Carol have a phone? And he said, yes, but it can't get cellular service. I was like, okay. But I did ask, so in Vince's mind, rightfully so, he thought the audience would draw the conclusion that, well, there's no point in trying to call people. She's a misanthrope, but wouldn't you check on one friend? I said, even if it's not like there's this other person that I love so dearly, like, because I'm trying to do backstory work, as you guys asked a minute ago, of like, where are her parents? Are they alive? Does she care about them? Is she estranged from them? Of course, later we get a little bit of answers about that. Right. But anybody that you would check on, like, are they okay? But additionally, I think Carol, I said, sure, I get it. But I think additionally, there would be a desperation of, is anybody else like me? I know she hasn't found out yet, but
right, and she doesn't know who those people are.
Yeah, I might be calling like my cousin and going like, "Dude, did you see this?"
Yeah.
Right. Talk to somebody.
Right.
Well, and there could also be this element of disbelief. Like, is this really happening? Is like, obviously no one's pranking me, but maybe he's wrong. Maybe there are people out there. You know what I mean?
Try to call 911. Try to call like somebody who lives out of state, even though that's what she's doing with it. And Vince gave us all the clues. There's the news too, the fact that she's looking for channels. There's no other channel available.
Right.
So there's all of that, but when I brought up to him, I was like, what do you think about one extra measure of just this tiny clue to people that she thought of everything, of like, really fucking nobody else? And, and so he came back and he's just so smart. It wasn't about like, let's add a paragraph. Let's spoon feed the audience on exactly what she was thinking. He was like, when she passes out, let's have a phone and like an address book there. And to him, that's exactly what you got from it.
I love that.
I did try. I probably called 40 people and it was horrible.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that.
Total.
I haven't heard anybody talking about that. And every time I bring that up to somebody, they're like, huh, what? And so it's just nice to to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys get that? Did you understand why Helen died?
Okay, this is okay.
We've discussed this. We've discussed this, haven't we, Eddie? We've had different theories.
Played by the national treasure, Miriam Shore.
Yes, amazing.
Absolutely
we love her.
brilliant. Yes. We love her. We love Helen. I'll say my theory was that she just fell and injured her head. But what was yours, Annie?
No. I was going to say that my thought was that when the joining happened, all the people that died, the 800 and whatever million people that died, were just in the middle of something that caused their death. Like that was our assumption. We don't they haven't said that, so I suppose that's us just theorizing, but that's kind of what we took from it. That there wasn't like some special reason why they died, but
I think that's perfect. I think I'm totally allowed to tell you guys, because these people, they have this seizure when this thing takes over, right?
Yeah.
But they remain corporeally the same. They can die. They're not like, if you had a limp before the joining, you still have a limp.
Okay.
Only neurological space that's changed. If you had cancer before, you still have cancer. You might have a better chance of surviving because all of the best cancer doctors and researchers in the world are now going to attend to you wherever you are. But yes, so Helen joined right before it happened, and it caused her seizure, which is why she fell backwards. And then hitting her head on the pavement is actually what she died from.
Killed her.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah. Good to know. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Yeah. You never really know if it's going to turn out to be something else that you weren't sure. But that's also.
I mean, I'm saying this now, but like I said, like he could add something next season. But that was the understanding I was given.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, that's a better understanding than ours. So we're going to go with it.
I do think for now, it's important because there's many, many, many clues in the show. Even Zosha played brilliant. Carolina Widra is so good at such a difficult role. When she goes into cardiac arrest, or when the grenade things like, the shrapnel causes her problems, I think they give quite a few signals that these people are physically still completely mortal. They're not beings in any way. So Helen died from hitting her head is how I.
Yeah, she just fell. Gosh darn it.
Yeah. I'm really curious about this. I'm hearing a lot of people in interviews sort of approaching Carol as this angry woman. Like I hear this word angry. She's this angry woman. She's so angry. My question to you is, if Carol were a man, would people even be asking this question?
Good question. I don't know. So in the world of Vince Gilligan, and this is maybe one of the many reasons why the show is engendering so many conversations, is Vince is not writing to themes. He's not writing. He has feelings. He has thoughts. He lives in the world we live in, but he's not preaching a certain thing to get a certain answer or a certain persuasion. If anything, he's curious about. In this show, I feel like the constant question of is it ever right to think I'm positive that I know how somebody else should behave? I'm positive that the world would be better if you did what I said. Even those of us, myself included, on occasion of thinking like, no, clearly it's this, but is that really helping conversation? I'm not saying Vince is running politically. I'm just saying he's not sitting there thinking, I'm going to write commentary about AI. I'm going to write commentary about the social pandemic. I'm going to write commentary about political divisiveness, us and them, Me Too movement, anger issues, any of that. And at one point I went to him and I was like, Vince, I love that it's a woman who has like massive rage that she can't control, and then the world decides that's the most scary thing ever. It's so destructive that it actually kills people. But it's semi her superpower because no one else has this real emotion. And he was like, that's so interesting, Ray. And I was like, oh. And don't get me wrong, it's not because he's not intelligent that he went about it, but it's like I don't know, it's even like on Better Call Saul. I went to some panel where Forbes had called me like the most feminist character on television. And Peter Gould, my co-showrunner, was there with me. And they said, did you set out to write a feminist character? And he was like, no, I set out to write an interesting character that happens to be female. who has her own agency, and all of my favorite characters growing up. And he was like Barbara Stanwyck, and he's named, again, encyclopedic knowledge of film and television. And he said they kept the company of the men they had because they wanted to and never because they had to. And he was very interested in like, so then what do you do from there? And he said, and you know, when people would say like, yeah, but you don't include anything about Kim Wexler about like, why doesn't she have babies? Doesn't she want babies? Why isn't she married? Doesn't she want a baby? He was like, I'm not asking those questions of Saul. I'm not asking those questions of Gus Fring.
Yeah.
You know, so like, that's not the point. That's not the point of the story. And so I mean all of that to say, I appreciate that. I think Vince and Peter and the writers that they have are writing complex individual women without an agenda to preach something.
Yeah.
And so there I am in the middle of it, having the experience that you guys are having, where I was like, but I am a woman that lives in this world. And I do think it's interesting to, because I personally, I don't know about you guys, I suppress my anger. I've been taught to suppress my anger.
Yep.
Internally and externally, all sorts of things. And I'm like, this is cool as shit that like she can't stop. And I don't know, are we allowed to talk about all the way to the finale?
We can. I mean, I would love you to, but no, we can't. We can go as far as
8 and 9.
7. Yeah,
I won't.
We don't want to be spoiled.
I feel like and this doesn't spoil anything. I feel like there is a journey in just season 1 of Carol realizing I was suppressing my joy and letting out, this is just totally personal, and I don't know that Vince sanctions this at all. Suppressing joy, I'll be happy when. I'll be content when. I'm a real writer when. I'm successful when. That's all taken away. And now she's finding herself in this place of like, I'm fighting for the right to be miserable. Because I think that should be allowed. I'm fighting for the right to be angry, right?
Yeah.
It should be allowed.
It should, but
and it does say a lot about women.
It does. And then she gets to this place where it's like, great, good. You can have all your thoughts, but no one likes you.
Yeah.
You're alone.
Yeah.
Would you like to, you want to be totally unlikable? Feel free. Be alone.
Yeah.
I was like, and I know Vince didn't mean that either, but it struck me personally. Because I struggle with being likable and palatable.
Yeah. This is it. This is the struggle of a lot of women, I think, because we're told that we have to be likable. We're told that we're not allowed to be angry. And so I think it hits a lot of women, I think, watching that journey.
Yeah. And I know, but I also know men and I've spoken to like 10, 12, 14-year-olds, just like really kind of processing what it means to need to suppress who you are, whether it's her conversion therapy or I'm not allowed to react as angry or as emotional I feel right now because it could harm others. In this case, high stakes, but in real life, it feels like high stakes, right?
Yeah,
it
can be.
Feelings in the room, and that's just one element of or one strand of the show that I have found very interesting. That a lot of people have been talking to me about, and there is a journey I feel in the season of the cost to her to suppress it.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
That's all I'll say about that. Till you
I
hear
love
the
it.
rest.
I love
it's
it.
So great. It's just such a fascinating character to watch and to see how she's written and how you've brought her to life. It's really it's astonishing. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
That's so kind of you. Thank you.
Thanks. I just kind of had to blurt that out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, before we wrap up here, we have a little game for you we wanted to play really quickly. Hopefully we can get through a few of these. It's basically just called What Would Ray Do? And basically we're going to ask you how you, Ray, would deal with various scenarios in the Pluribus universe.
Okay. And I should try to contain my verbosity, so we can get
You
through
shouldn't
that.
really.
Well, do whatever you want.
You say whatever you want to say.
We're here for you, and you can say whatever you want.
All right, ready.
All right. Okay, Zosha has a lot of fun facts to share with Carol. If you could ask the Hive any question and basically know anything that is knowable, what would it be?
Anything that's knowable. Oh, that's good, because I was going to say, what's the afterlife like? But, okay, anything that's knowable.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm not Carol. I'm Ray.
You're you. You're you.
Yeah, just as Ray.
Ray,
but with access to the hive mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of both. I honestly, because it's the thing that the show makes me think, is there a way for us to live peacefully with each other while maintaining individuality and thought?
Yeah.
And like, that's my big question.
That's the big question. Yeah, absolutely. Love it.
With the hive at your disposal, what fantasy sort of Mr. Diabate-esque fun indulgence would you ask them to carry out for you? For example, I asked my husband this, and he said that he would make them reunite Pink Floyd and play the Vegas Sphere just for him.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
I bet my partner Graham would say something along those lines. Ooh, that's hard. It would be like, I guess anything that was ephemeral that you could, like a play that you like. I wish I'd seen Cate Blanchett do a Streetcar Named Desire. I wish I had seen the original production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
So it would be art related. That's interesting.
I think so, but
yeah, kind of, I love that. All the theater you can watch. Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah. When Carol is lamenting the loss of everyone, she tucks in and binges Golden Girls. What show would you binge?
By the way, I didn't help pick Golden Girls, but Golden Girls will be way up there. It's an excellent choice.
Yes.
Nice.
I love it. I am obsessed with B. Arthur and Betty White to some degree. And it would be I would probably do some of these like iconic, hilarious, there is no better comic timing female shows, not just of that era, but even before that, Mary Tyler Moore show, That Girl, Hazel.
So the older shows, is that like a comfort?
Yeah. If I'm going new, I'm watching Arrested Development and Pen 15 over and over.
Nice.
I've heard you talk about Pen 15 before. That show's hilarious.
Obsessed. Fully obsessed. Have seen it 4 times so far.
Wow, nice. I love that.
It's good to know that you have your obsessions just like we do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Carol has the hive bring Helen's favorite meals from their life together. I'm assuming they're Helen's, but they could be yours. What would your Ray favorite meal be if they could bring it to you?
Peanut butter and chocolate frozen yogurt, not twisted side by side.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
I love the specificity.
Love it.
Yes.
Yes.
Plain spaghetti marinara.
Okay.
But with like sauce that's really been stewed, like and the noodles are cooked in like some really, really, really well done marinara.
Good.
Nice. Okay.
Perfect marinara.
I am a plain but perfectly charred grilled chicken person.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice.
Broccolini. Love it. Although I've been told like this is, have you guys heard this? Like apparently broccolini is not even a thing. And broccoli rabe, they're just like, no, they're just like, this is young, limp, sad broccoli.
Oh, I didn't think so.
I
thought it was a thing. I don't know.
I mean, they're not wrong.
I don't know.
Wait. I got to ask you something. I'm interrupting. What is your beef with white wine? I got to know. I got to know. Why? Wait. Where did this come from? We're going to have words.
Okay. By the way, if my manager was here, she's so on your team.
Okay, good.
I've had 2 or 3 in 30 years white wines where I was like, wow, that's really nice. The rest of them were like, this isn't the most disgusting thing I've ever had, but like that's the best I get with it. I also don't like
You're going to always choose the red. That's always going to, yes.
I don't like the cold anyway. I don't like that. Like my husband will drink chilled red sometimes. The cold part's a problem.
That's weird.
Dry is a problem. I do not like wines that are it's not aspirate, guys. What is it? The bubbly?
Oh yeah. Like Prosecco or something like that?
No, Prosecco.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No,
look, I agree with you. Like the really sort of sweet white wines, I don't care for those. So
what about the super dry where people are like, the smell of urine? And if your listeners are thinking like I'm making that up, I'm not even being shitty. You totally know what I'm talking about. Cat urine is part of the palate thing in sommelier testing.
But you love cats.
You can smell it and taste. I don't want to drink cat urine. That has nothing to do with it. That makes no sense, Annie.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, it's just.
That's unappealing.
All right.
No,
okay, you
That's
have
fair.
made your point. I hear you loud and clear.
I get it.
Okay. I know people are going to come at me about white wine. It's fine.
No one's coming at you. This is out of
whatever they want.
It's out of a place of just
there's
morbid
no wrong
curiosity.
answers.
Yes.
I don't like any like white creamy sauces and condiments.
Right, mayonnaise
that are in the soury range. Yeah, mayonnaise, ranch dressing, sour cream. Don't even understand the reason for it. Blue cheese is disgusting. It should not exist. Alfredo sauce, all of it.
Okay, anything
Don't
white
like
is just no.
Okay, all right. This is interesting.
I like white cheddar.
Okay. All right.
I like mozzarella.
All right, but white and kind of liquidy.
We're going more solid
Yeah,
here.
white.
Yeah.
White and like mushy.
That's a good rule. That's an easy way to explain it to people. Just don't give me anything that's a white liquid,
mayonnaise.
and I'll be fine. Yeah. No.
All right, that was quite a diversion. I have
interesting,
two more
though, actually.
quick ones. Yes. Mm-hmm. What famous art piece would you steal from an abandoned museum to hang in your home?
Anything Alice Neal.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
I actually have to ask this too.
Did you judgy about that?
No, not at all. I'm just curious.
No, by no means.
You seem a little judgy about yourself. No, I'm just kidding. What?
That's fair.
Have you painted anything or done any artwork that showed up on the show? Because we know you did some for Better Call Saul, and there was a little painting that we see briefly the show. That's yours? Is there anything else we need to keep an eye out for? Or
not as of yet. Vince loves to, so sweet. I don't know that it's for me or just because it interests him. I don't know, but he loves to do that. But so far, no. The piece you saw are two dogs laying on the floor of a gallery that's in a place called Madrid, spelled like Madrid. Mm-hmm. And it is off the Turquoise Trail, also known as the 14. That's a bit of a jog off if you're driving to Santa Fe. If you don't do the straight shoot and you do the more scenic route, there's a small town called Madrid that's absolutely gorgeous, and there's galleries there. And this one particular gallery I went to, no offense, and we'll never know who was being shown that day, but I was not interested in the actual art that was on the walls. But these two dogs were laying on the floor with this incredible sunlight on an a painted orange concrete floor with paintings lined up on the wall, and it was gorgeous. So I took a picture of them, and that's what the painting is.
I love
it's
that.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, thanks. Love that. We'll post that on our Twitter feed.
Of the image with it. We don't have a very close-up image. Maybe you can send us one.
I can send one. Yeah, it's not finished. It's still not finished. I'm so slow. I'm so slow.
It looks beautiful.
It is.
So you didn't paint Helen's gravestone? That wasn't you painting, or?
I am really painting, but only because, and they really wanted me to do it just organically and do it on my own, because we needed many duplicates, and we're doing many takes where you're going to go back to the beginning where it's not painted.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We had to have set out rocks that are, like at different stages. Yeah. And then I'm going to do brush strokes. And even though we may end up with only like 2 or 3 shots, and you might think like, well, she could just paint 3 of them. It's not that. They're trying out different things. And so a lot of the props department is incredible, and it has to be set up that it will match, and every single one will be exact. And I told Vince, I'll paint 17 of them if you want to, but they won't be exactly alike. That's not, I'm not capable of that. So there's like faint outlines drawn of where I'm staying at, and like, let's say where the white bleeds into purple. And so that's what I'm doing. But yes, I am really painting.
That's cool though. That's really cool. I was wondering that as I was watching it.
Yeah. You can tell you're an artist in that scene.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I can see the time that we need to wrap up here. Even though we could talk to you for hours.
We would if we could.
Yeah. But I think the last question that I probably need to ask you is, because we need to work a Harrison Ford reference into our podcast every single week.
Is that a thing?
That's become a thing.
It's become a thing. Yeah.
Okay. So I just started listening to your podcast. I apologize. I wasn't attuned to it yet. And
that's okay.
Now I just started, and now I'm excited.
You saying that made me geek out a little bit, but
yeah.
So to get a Harrison Ford reference in with you, Ray.
Okay.
What's your favorite Harrison Ford movie?
I mean, it's got to be the original Star Wars. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is that just like the stupidest answer ever? I'm sorry, but
great answer.
Yeah, he's so great, and I'm loving him in Shrinking, Indiana Jones, like all of it. But I would, the original Star Wars. I'm sorry,
perfect.
I was a kid, and my mom had to take me 2 towns over to find because it was considered indie. It was an art house movie, and I saw a commercial. I was so young, and I saw a commercial, and it was like, there were princesses that were fighting with lasers and we were in space. And I was just like, my little tiny head blew off. Yeah. I had to see it. I begged and cried and begged and cried. She had to drive over to like kind of a sketch ass town that had an indie art place. And we went in there, and I remember the opening sequence comes up, in a what is it? In a universe far, far away, in a something far, far away.
Yeah.
Again, I can't quote anything.
A galaxy far, far away.
Thank you. Told you. Can't do it. But it's like doing the triangle thing as it like goes.
Yeah.
I start losing my shit crying in the movie theater.
Oh my God.
Because I thought we were just going to read aloud. And I was
that
like.
was the whole movie.
Yes. I was like, I saw pictures at home. There were princesses. I lost my shit. Totally duped. Are we literally going to read a book aloud for 2 hours? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, fair.
This is my favorite story that I've ever heard.
Let's just wait. Let's just see if something comes up. So then images come out, and like by the time Princess Leia was on there, and like, I mean, I thought Harrison Ford, I can't even remember how young I was, but I was just like, I just remember like my little heart thumping. I was like, oh my God. I understood that he was funny. I understood that he knew comic timing. I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but I get it. Something's going on here. And I just loved him. I loved him ever since.
That is, I love so much like that you're a Star Wars girly, because obviously so am I. And honestly, hey,
me too.
That feels like some sort of weird, great middle ground place to end the pod here. Thank you so much for coming on. This has been honestly a dream for both of us to be able to sit here and chat about this.
Thank you guys.
Well, there you have it, guys. Our chat with Ray, which was just so much fun.
Wild.
We hope that you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to say one thing that I took away from this conversation, even though I took away a million things from this conversation. One thing she said was something she wanted to know was if peace was achievable with individual thought. And I wanted to say, Jen, you know what? After that fight we had over the wine, I think that is achievable. I think it is achievable.
I think that it is. What a beautiful ray of hope that was. No pun intended.
Love it. Well, thanks so much for listening, you guys. Please check us out on Twitter and Blue Sky at PluribusPod. Rate, subscribe, all those good things. And we'll be back with you with a normal episode about episode 8 of Pluribus on Monday.
Yep.
So we'll see you next time on Pluribus Diaries.
Bye.